Hi and welcome. My name is Stephanie and today I have a really gentle prenatal bedtime yoga stretch to share with you. I've been really loving doing these poses at the end of a long day as a way to wind down before bedtime. I'm currently in my third trimester, but this class is safe for first and second trimester mamas as well. You don't need any props, so when you're ready, grab your yoga mat and let's begin. We'll begin in a comfortable seat, so come to rest in a cross-legged position or with one shin resting in front of the other. You might take a moment to move a little bit of junk out of the trunk, making sure that you can ground down through your sits bones. On your next inhale, let's reach the arms up and overhead. And as you exhale, bring your right palm to rest on the earth as you reach the left arm up and overhead, finding a nice side body stretch. Your gaze is neutral out in front or lifted towards the sky. Your bicep is by the ear. You're breathing in through your nose, sending lots of yummy oxygen down to baby. And you're exhaling through your nose. You might smile here, relaxing the muscles of the face and jaw. Hold here for one more inhale. And as you exhale, let's come back to that neutral position. Inhale the arms up overhead again. And as you exhale, let's bring our left palm to rest on the mat as we reach the right arm overhead, finding our side body stretch on the other side. Again, that right bicep is by the ears. Our gaze is lifted towards the sky or neutral out in front. We're inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose with a smile, continuing to relax the muscles of our face and jaw. We're inhaling through our nose, filling up our belly, breathing into that right side body, and exhaling through our nose, maybe with a smile. Let's hold here for one more inhale. And as we exhale, we'll return to our neutral spine. This time, let's reach both arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, bring your left palm to rest against your right knee. Your right arm is going to go behind you. We're going to find a very gentle twist. So our gaze is just off to the right here. We're not looking back over our right shoulder. Take a moment to check that baby is facing the exact same direction as your hips. You should just be feeling this stretch in your upper back body, not in your lower back or anywhere near baby. As you inhale through the nose, think about lifting and lengthening. And as you exhale, do so completely. Again, maybe with a smile. We'll hold here for one more inhale. Before we exhale, coming back to our neutral seat. Inhale, both arms up overhead one last time. And as we exhale, let's bring our right palm to rest on our left knee this time. Left arm goes behind us, and our gaze looks off to the left. Again, this is not a deep twist. We're not looking behind us. We're not kind of jerking ourselves into the pose. We're only going as far as is comfortable. Baby and our hips are pointed in the same direction. This twist is limited to our upper back. We are not constricting baby in any way through this motion. Continue to breathe in and out through your nose as we hold here for one more inhale before exhaling back to neutral. This time, let's reach our left leg straight out to the side. Our right foot stays in by the hips. We're going to rotate our hips so that they're pointed towards our left toes, which are pointed up at the sky. So our hips are square with the leg that is out in front. From here, we'll inhale the arms up overhead. Think about lifting and lengthening. And as we exhale, we'll bend at the waist, going only as far as we can before either our spine begins to round or before we run out of space for baby. Your hands might come to rest on the floor by your shin, maybe on the floor by your thigh. Maybe, especially if you're in your first trimester still, you're able to come down far enough that you're actually able to touch your toes. We want to make sure that our spine is not rounding here. We're not trying to collapse through our upper body. We're not trying to constrict our airway in any way or constrict baby or compress them in any capacity. We want to make sure that we're thinking about lifting and lengthening on each inhale, keeping our spine straight. Certainly for those of us in our third trimester, this stretch might not feel very deep. We might not be bending very far forward, but you should still be getting a nice stretch through the back of that left thigh. We'll hold here for one more inhale. And on our exhale, we'll begin to walk our palms back in towards our hips. This time, let's move our hips so that they're square with the long edge of our mat. So rather than our hips pointed towards our toes, this time our hips are pointed towards the long edge of our mat. We're going to inhale the arms up overhead again. And as we exhale, we're going to find a side body stretch as we bend both our arms over towards our left toes. Now, we're probably not anywhere near touching our left toes, especially with this top hand. Maybe you're able to reach your toes with your bottom hand, with your left arm. Maybe your left hand is by your shin or by your thigh. It really doesn't matter. You're only trying to find a nice stretch through the right side body, as well as perhaps maybe a stretch of your inner thigh muscle. Your gaze can be lifted towards the sky or neutral out in front. Again, we're inhaling and exhaling through our nose, making sure we take the time to smile occasionally, relaxing the muscles of our face and jaw. Let's hold here for one more inhale. And as we exhale, we'll come back to neutral. From here, let's bring our right foot out straight as we bend our left leg and bring our left heel in towards our hips. Again, we're going to start by squaring our hips towards our right toes. Our hips are pointed at our toes are pointed straight up at the sky. As we inhale, we're thinking about lifting and lengthening. And as we exhale, we're bending at the waist. Our hands might come to rest next to our shin, next to our thigh. For those of us earlier in pregnancy, we may be able to touch our toes still. Again, we're making sure that our spine remains straight. We're continuing to think about length on each inhale. We're only going as far as we can without compressing baby in any way. And again, without that upper body beginning to round. We'll hold here for one more inhale. And as we exhale, begin to walk your hands back in towards your hips. Again, we're going to move our hips this time so that they're square with the long edge of our mat. Our left toes remain drawn in towards our hips. As we inhale, we'll reach the arms up and overhead. And as we exhale, we'll bend at the waist again, reaching both hands over towards our feet, finding a side body stretch. If you're able to, you might grab your toes with your right hand. Your right hand might be resting on your shin, on your thigh, maybe on the ground by your knee, rather than actually resting on your knee, which could maybe put too much pressure on the knee. Your gaze might be lifted up towards the sky or neutral out in front. Take a moment here to smile as we hold for one more long inhale. And on an exhale, push back up to our neutral spine. From here, we're going to come into our tabletop position. From our neutral tabletop position, bring your big toes together and your knees as wide as your mat. Inhale once here, opening the chest, lifting the gaze. And as you exhale, sink the hips back down onto your heels. Reach the arms out in front and come into your child's pose. Bringing the forehead to rest on the mat. Continue to breathe in and out through your nose. We'll hold here for a total of 5 deep breaths. Inhaling deeply through the nose, filling up the belly, filling up the back body,
Before you exhale completely. Inhale through the nose, and long exhale through the nose. Take 3 more at your own pace. Take 1 more inhale here. And when you exhale, begin to push through the palms, slowly rising up out of the pose. We're moving slow here as we come back to our comfortable seat. You might bring one hand to rest on your heart, one hand to rest on your belly, or perhaps keep both hands on your thigh. We'll close out today's class with one final breath, inhaling deeply through our nose. Before you exhale through the mouth, perhaps with a gentle sigh. That's it for today's quick and easy evening yoga class. I hope you enjoyed these stretches and that if you practice them before bed, they helped your body feel a little bit looser and a little bit more relaxed before you settle in for the evening. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more prenatal yoga content just like this. Thank you for watching. I hope to see and practice with you again soon. Bye!